Hey guys, in this video I'm going to share with you how I deal with whining and complaining during homeschool. So if you're interested in seeing how I handle whining and complaining, stick around. If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a homeschooling mom of 5, and I like to do videos on homeschool, motherhood, organization, and DIY. So if you like that kind of content, consider subscribing below. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload a video. The first way that I handle whining and complaining in our house during homeschool, I actually set up a reward system, and every day they get a sticker on their sticker chart. I could do like a whole separate video on just that alone. And then I have little like trinkets or like erasers or like that they can put on their pencils, or just little buddies they can put on their pencils. Or a couple times I've gotten like the little $5 Legos because that's what my son really likes. And then just like things at the dollar spot at Target that I know that they would enjoy, or something at the Dollar Tree, and I reward them for good behavior. So if they do great that day, they get to put a sticker on their chart. Since I've been implying a reward, my kids, I see less whining and complaining. So if they know that they're going to get a sticker at the end, then they know that they're going to do their work with a happy, cheerful heart because they're going to be rewarded for it. I'm really big on rewards because if you think about it, anytime we as adults do something, there's usually something beneficial towards it or to do it. So I try to instill that in my kids, like, oh, you're going to get a reward after you working so hard. So I do like a kind of like a 2-week thing where every 2 weeks they get a reward for it. And because they know it's coming, they're happy to do their work cheerfully. If for some reason the incentive doesn't work for them, the other thing I like to do is I like to give them a choice. And I say, hey, would you like to go in your room and spend the rest of the day in your room and only coming out for dinner? Or would you like to change your attitude and continue to do school so that you can get the reward of the sticker later? When I give them that choice, it's a no-brainer. They already know what to choose. And anytime I've ever given this choice, which, like I said, since I've been doing the reward system, they haven't really been complaining, but if they do, this is the second thing I do, and they already know I'm just gonna stop whining and complaining. I'm gonna do my work happily, and I'm going to reap the benefits of not having to stay in my room. Those are pretty much the tips that I usually do, but if you have younger kids, like really little kids, so I have a 9-year-old, and then I have 4 kids that are 5 and under. I do school with my 9-year-old, and then my 5-year-old, and my 3-year-old. And what we do is I do not, especially with my 3-year-old, he's a boy, and I have found that boys are just very different than girls. They like to move a lot. They like my daughter will sit there and do work. She loves it, and she just will sit very content for a long time. My boys are very much the opposite. They are moving all the time, and they want to get up and jump and play and run and they just have so much more energy, I feel like, than little girls. That's just my opinion in my experience with my children. So if that's not how your kids are, that's great, but this is just like in my household. So I find for my boys, especially my littlest one, because he's only 3, I don't push anything on him. When it seems like he's done, even if he's only done like 5 minutes of it, I'm like happy with that. I'm like, okay, great, you did such a great job. Let's move on to the next subject. And another tip I have is I let my children choose what they want to do first. So right now with my 3 and 5-year-old, we're just working on math, reading, and writing, and like just little things like that. We're not really incorporating too much. We might do a little bit of science here and there, but at this particular moment, that's all I'm doing with them. We are going to transition into adding more things on, but I just had a baby, so I kind of took a break from all of that. which is the beauty of homeschooling. We do what works for my family, not trying to fit in someone else's box. So I give them the choice of, what would you like to do first? Would you like to do your math, or would you like to do reading? And they get to pick, and then because they get to pick. It's like they're in a better mood, they have a better attitude, so that helps a lot. So that cuts down a lot on complaining, because I let them choose what they want to do first, and they're usually happy with it because they made the choice of what to do. As long as we do it all, like, I'm really very flexible. But anyways, so those are just a few things that I do. And then also, like I said, boys, especially from like my boys, they're very antsy and stuff, so I let them do a lot of running around and letting their energy out before I sit down and make them do schoolwork. And then if here's another tip, if they're starting to get antsy, let them get up and like hop around or something, or maybe that's time for you to switch subjects and start something else. All right, guys, I hope these tips helped you out. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, comment down below and let me know, what are your tips and tricks on how you deal with complaining during school time? All right, guys, have a blessed day.